Let me just click off of this. All right. So welcome again. Anybody who it's your first time, welcome. Thanks for joining. Some of you have been here each week, and I really appreciate you coming. It's really nice to see faces, even though it's really hard for me to see you and who you are sometimes on my screen because you're kind of little, because I have a small little tablet here. But it still is always nice to see everybody. So I just want to do a couple reminders if there is anybody that's totally new to yoga or to this class. We always do a period of centering at the beginning. We go through our postures, and then we do a period of relaxation at the end, just to bring ourselves back inward and to still ourselves and soften all those muscles. So just know that's the sequence. When we get to that relaxation part, if you want to have a blanket handy or a pillow, please do that. I also recommend some sort of props. If you have blocks, straps, a chair, books, you can use a towel or a sock or whatever it is that you can use as a strap, an old tie. Ladies, it's great if you have a tie that you hate of your husband's, get it out of the closet and use it for yoga. You won't use it again. So then, you know, just so that you have something. And always, if you want, have a chair handy or your couch or whatever room you're in. So keep that in mind. The other thing I want you to remember is always breathing in and out through the nose, right? That's hard to do. And even if you're a seasoned yogi, sometimes you need to remember to do that, right? So we're always thinking about breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, and breathing diaphragmatically to the abdomen. So you should feel a rise and fall of the belly, not a rise and fall so much at the chest. So that's what we really want to focus on. You never want to feel any pain, anything sharp. If it doesn't feel right, come out, and come out of any pose if we're holding it longer than you feel comfortable. So make your practice your own. All right. So with all of that being said, I'm just going to go into what we're going to work on today. So we're going to start working on the chakras, which are called energy centers that run along the spine. They start at the base of the spine and it ends at the crown of your head. And each of these chakras are energy centers, kind of govern certain areas of the body. And the one that we're starting with today is the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine and your pelvic floor. It's kind of that pelvic hammock, right? It's our foundation of our body. And you want a strong foundation, just like you want a strong foundation on your house, right? Without a weak foundation, the whole house is weak. So with a weak foundation with our bodies, it's the same thing. So you want to keep that nice and strong. So we're going to be working on that connection of that navel or the pelvic floor being engaged as much as you can think of it. And it's difficult to do. And the other thing is, in every pose, just think about your connection to the earth. Those body parts that are in contact with the floor, that's your grounding point, and that's where you want to bring your awareness, the energy, and feel that you're pressing down into those areas. All right. So with that root chakra, that's your sense of stability, your courage. We get that all from that root chakra, right? So we want to just feel stable and balanced in all of these poses. So if it's out of balance, you're going to be really needy, and nobody likes that, right? Nobody wants a needy person. So we want to make ourselves stable and strong. So that's where we're going to go today. Sound good? Thumbs up? All right, so we're going to start today in child's pose, wide leg. So toes are together to touch. Sit bones are going to reach back toward the heels. If this is not great on your knees, know you can always come onto your belly, lie down, and take a crocodile pose. So know that you don't have to do every single variation of every pose. Remember, all levels class, so find your own place. Walk your hands forward, get some length in your spine. Soften your forearms and your forehead toward the floor. Maybe you want to bring a block in as a prop for one of these variations, maybe under the forehead, maybe you have it under your butt. Wherever you need some support, go ahead and take it and just close your eyes for a moment here. This is our moment to bring ourselves into the present, right? We want to begin to make our practice mindful. We want to be aware only of what's going on in our practice, in our bodies and our minds. So this is where we're going to start to connect to those three anchors of mindfulness. The first one being your breath. So start to notice the movement of your breath at the nostrils and the movement of your breath at your abdomen. You should feel the breath enter and exit the nose. You should feel the belly rise and fall, right? Now, at this point, we're not really controlling the breath. We're simply watching it, right? Just getting used to that feeling of our own natural rhythm. Then after tuning into that, let's go to the next anchor of mindfulness, which is your body. That's your physical body, right? How are you feeling in your muscles, your bones, your joints? Maybe internally, your organs. What's going on? How do you feel in your physical body? We're just noticing, not judging. Your physical body might also include your level of fatigue or awake, feeling awake. How do you feel? What's your energy level? Are you ready and raring to go? Or do you think, oh, I could have went with another hour of sleep? Just notice and let it go. And then finally, that third anchor of mindfulness is your emotions, your mind. What's going on in there today? Are you feeling stressed, wired, worried? Are you feeling pretty calm, content, at peace? And if you notice as you go through these areas of mindfulness or anchors of mindfulness, use your breath to take care of any area that might benefit from it. Bring your breath to any physical areas of tightness. Let your full breath bring energy. Let the breath through your nostrils and the rhythm of your breath bring calmness if you need it there. Just take care of yourself for a moment. And then finally, after you've taken care of yourself, begin to move into your controlled yoga breath. Begin to breathe more deeply, filling the lungs completely with every inhale, exhaling completely. Let it all out. Once your breath becomes consistently full and deep, we're going to even it out. Remember that counting of the breath. How long does it take for you to do that complete exhale? 3, 2, 1. Then inhale. 3, 2, 1. Find your own count. If it's 3 breaths, 4 breaths, 5 breaths, whatever it is for you. Typically, when I count with you, we'll go with a count of 3, but you might have a longer length of breath. Just connect to your own. And then finally, make that deep, even breath smooth. Let each breath flow right into the next. Just noticing that brief transition of one to the other. All right, now let's begin to take this breath into some movement. So bring your knees a little closer together. We're going to begin to shift forward and back. Lifting and opening the chest, exhaling, sending the sit bones back toward the heels, big stretch. Inhale, coming forward, let the hips sink, firm belly. Exhale, send those sit bones back. Just continue here to close your eyes if you can, move through your own breath. Draw those shoulders back as you come forward and your hips sort of sink toward the earth. And then on the exhale, reaching those sit bones back toward the wall behind you, toward your heels as you lengthen through the arms. Beautiful. Just taking it at your own pace. Nice. You might notice as you move in and out of this, as the muscles start to free up a little bit, you might be able to drop those hips a little lower. If that works for you, go there. If not, make the movement small. Now, the next time you come forward, let's hold it here. So we're going to press into the fingertips, press into the knuckles at the base of your fingers, the heel of your hand. Pull your shoulders back. See if you can zip up your core, so make it nice and firm so you're not dumping into the low back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Send those sit bones back. Just a couple of breaths here. Lengthen through your spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Let's press up to our tabletop pose. Let's begin to work our cat-cow. So remember, we want to make sure that we're in that proper position in cat-cow, right? That means wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, tailbones reaching back, the crown is reaching forward. Even here, we're thinking of those connecting points, right? Those contact points of your body into the earth. So that means your hands, press into them, fingertips, knuckles, palms, the lower legs. Then begin your cat-cow. Exhale, chin to chest, navel to spine. Open up your upper back. Inhale, let the sit bones open. The belly's going to drop toward the floor. Even here, you can draw those shoulders back. Open up your chest. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Nice. Try to get as much movement here in your spine as you can, right? We're trying to articulate the spine as much as possible, making our spines nice and flexible, the muscles around the spine, the abdominal muscles, working it all. Beautiful. Let your breath be the leader. Don't speed up the breath to match your movement. Slow down your movement to match your breath. Nice. Now we're going to continue a little further. If you like, you can stay here. If you'd rather take it a little further, we're going to exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. See how that goes for the flow with you. Pull it in. Use your core here. Really open up through the upper back. Nice. Now you can continue to stay here. If you want to go one step further, we're going to lift the left arm. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. So you choose. Remember, yoga, just like life, it's all about choices. Choose the one that works best in your body. Use your core here. Find that stability, whatever variation you're doing. Nice. Now, the next time you're extended, hold it. So if you weren't really using that arm here, now that we're holding still, you might want to try to lift that left arm. If you want to give that a shot, give it a try. Back of the neck is long, so the crown of the head is reaching toward the wall in front. Beautiful. Hold it here. Point all 5 toes to the floor, even the pinky toe. Last breath. And lower. Nice. Send those sit bones back. Take a child's pose. Beautiful. Just breathing in. Feel the breath at the thighs. Nice. You guys look great. So now, of course, we have to come up again. So you're going to have to go into that cat-cow flow again. Simply for those of us who chose to work the legs and the arms together, right? So, and we have to do the other side. So we're going to start. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. So continue to move. As you're moving through this, I want you to pay particular attention to the energy level in that back leg, right? That leg that's connected to the earth. Are you pressing into it? Now, if you want to take that opposite arm forward, right arm comes forward. Nice. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Beautiful. Nice. If you're just working the knee, just continue to work it. You're still staying engaged and you're really pressing through that, those connected hands. Excellent. Last one, we're going to hold. It's kind of interesting when you guys move. It almost looks a little in slow motion for me when I watch you. All right. Flex the foot. All 5 toes point down. Reaching, reaching. Stay with your breathing. Is it still even? Smooth? Nice. Lower those legs down. Take your child's pose. Give yourself a few moments here to rest and reset. All right, now from here, we're gonna rise up and we're gonna shift off to one hip and take our legs out in front. So let's come into a seated pose here. So we're gonna start working staff pose, right? This is one of the best poses to activate your core and to strengthen your back. But without engaging through our root, you're gonna be very, very weak. So we wanna build that foundation, right? So we're gonna start first by drawing the toes back. Now I want you to notice the connection of your sit bones right to the earth, right? So feel them press in. Once you're there, place your hands right alongside your hips. And I want you to press into them, lengthen up through your spine, and now see if you can press down into the sit bones, but draw up your pelvic floor. Now you should be engaged. You should really feel this. See if you can take one hand to your thigh, and then the other hand to your thigh. Right? Okay, here we go. We're gonna hold. Find your breath. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. One more inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Ah, release. You should feel that. Everybody feel that? Thumbs up? Yeah, all right. Shift side to side. Take some of that tension out because we're not done yet. All right, let's take those legs back out in front. So now you know the staff pose. Let's make it happen. Toes come back, ground down, lift up if you can through your pelvic floor. So it's kind of like that Kegel exercise, right? Just contracting at the pelvic floor. Great for incontinence too, building that strength. Now, let's take the hands to the thighs, lengthen through your crown. You should feel totally engaged. Shoulders back a little bit. Nice. Now let's see if we can take the arms up overhead. 5, 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Nice. Bend those knees again. Shift them side to side. Get rid of that tension. You're going to feel that through your whole core. And your core includes your quads, your hip flexors, and your abdominals. So that's why you're going to feel it through all of those, right? That's your support here as you ground down. All right, so now let's keep the knees bent. And I want you to bring your feet as close to you as you can so that you can pull your belly and rest it on your thigh. So however close you have to go to get them there, all right? Then from here, we're just gonna hold on to our legs lightly. And I want you to start walking. If you can see my feet, I'm kind of just wiggling and walking my feet forward. But I'm trying to keep my belly on my thighs. You're only gonna come as far forward with those feet as you can with your belly on your thighs. So I'm gonna turn to the side. So you might be up here. You're still gonna feel something in the low back and the hips, right? Maybe you're a little bit more flexible and you can get those legs a little straighter. Maybe you're super flexible and your legs can come perfectly straight, but find your own edge. Once you found it, soften your head. Stay here. Tune into your breath, right? So we're inhaling completely, exhaling completely. Our breath is even and smooth. While you're resting in the pose, maybe connect to those anchors of mindfulness in every pose. How is my breathing? How do I feel in my physical body? Where are those areas of tightness? How about emotionally? What does the pose make you feel in your mind? Now let's rise all the way back up. Nice. Give your legs a little shake. Shift them again, maybe side to side, because we're still not done. All right, let's take those legs out in front again this time. So now we're going to work that forward fold through staff pose with the legs already straight. So you might want to keep a strap nearby, just in case, or whatever prop you're using for that. All right, so hands alongside the hips. Round out through the sit bones. Flex your toes, it's going to engage your legs. Draw up through your pelvic floor. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, take your arms high. Now on the exhale, I want you to start to hinge at the hip crease. You're only coming as far forward as you can with a long spine. Once you hit that place, drop your hands or grab the strap and soften your head. Holding here. And rise. Now we're going to rise using our core. So reach out with your arms wherever you are. Firm up your belly. Come all the way up. Nice and slow and controlled. Yes. And release. Beautiful. Bend those knees side to side. All right, let the knees from here just fall to one side, and then scoot the other arm around from behind and just take a little twist to one side or the other. It doesn't matter which side you're on. And now we'll come back through center, drop the knees to the other side, take that opposite arm, swing it around, place it next to the other, and just a little gentle twist here. And back to center. Nice. Now let's cross the legs, taking a seated cross-leg pose. And again, if you need to straighten out a leg, one or the other, doesn't matter. You can have both legs straight. They can be out at the sides. Just find a comfortable seated pose. If your legs are crossed, hands are rested on the knees. If they're out straight, they're just on your thighs. You're still grounding, again, through the sit bones. So press in. Zip up your core, so hips to ribs, ribs to hips. That's going to help lengthen the spine. Shoulders come back. Now let's work that cat-cow motion in this seated pose. So we're going to use our hands against the legs or the knees to lift the chest and to round the spine. So on your next inhale, press into your hands. Lift the chest. Draw your shoulder blades. Try to staple them together behind you. And then exhale. Navel in toward the spine, chin toward the chest. Inhale, lifting. Big breath. Exhale, rounding. Close your eyes here. Continue to move a few more times on your own. Last one, let's lift and hold. Exhale, hold. Inhale back to long spine. We're going to take the left hand behind, right hand to the outside of the left knee, twisting to the left. So I'm mirroring you today. Just know that we'll be going in the same direction. All the way through center to the other side. Right hand behind, left hand against that right knee. Press into that backhand. Remember the twist, navel, then the rib cage, then the chest and shoulders, then the head. Return to center. Now from here, we're going to come into a low squat, which can be malasana. So I'm going to demonstrate. You're going to come onto your knees, roll onto your toes, and we're going to come into a squat. But we want to step the feet out, mats width apart. Now, if this is too low for you, come up higher. You can be halfway, okay? Just find that place where you can be, resting your hands either inside the thighs, or you might be able to squat all the way down. What I want you to notice is the heels. The heels should be on the floor in whatever squat variation you're in. So if you're down low and your heels are up high, just come up higher, all right? So this is a deep knee bend, so use caution. If you're down low, you might be able to get your elbows inside those knees, tuck the tail, draw up through your pelvic floor, lengthen through the spine, hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Now from here, we're going to drop the hands to the floor. See if you can walk or wiggle or step, however you can get there, your feet to hips width or a little further apart. Bend your knees and take a ragdoll pose. So we're all familiar with ragdoll pose, right? It's that standing recovery posture where we just let all the weight of the body just hang over those legs. Knees are bent. Maybe you want to sway side to side. Maybe you want to swing the arms. Nod the head. See what version works best for you. All right, so now we're all gonna grab a hold of elbows if you haven't gone there already. Our thighs are rested on the knees, so really bend the knees. Get your thighs there. We did this on the floor earlier on, right? Now see if you can bring your forehead to the forearms. Next exhale, we're gonna try to press the sit bones up. Bring some length to the back of the legs. Try to keep your forehead on your forearms. Then inhale, bend the knees, come right back down. Exhale, press the sit bones up, head stays to the forearms. Inhale, bend the knees, head stays to the forearms. So just see if you can work through that a few times with your own breath. Just trying to get a little bit more length in the back of your legs, right? Feeling a stretch through the spine. It's going to take a peek here as you guys go through that. Nice. Any amount, doesn't matter how straight those legs come. Beautiful. All right, so now when we have those legs, those sit bones lifted, see if you can hold it here, forehead to the arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now inhale, bend the legs. Now from here, we're going to roll up the spine. Very slow. Keep the knees bent. Arms, then chest, then head. Beautiful. Now we're upright. We're in our mountain pose, right? Our foundation to all our standing postures. So we want to make sure that we're in a proper set position. So feet hips width, toes to 12 o'clock. Lift your toes, spread them, lower them back to the floor. All right, now we're going to press into the 4 corners of the feet, right? Base of the big toe, the little toe, the heels. You should almost kind of feel your arches lifting a little bit here. Now think about the inner ankle bone. That's going to draw inward and toward the back of your room. So now it's like you're screwing your feet into the floor. Got that feeling? Arches lift, right? Legs are engaged. Soften your knees. Bring your pelvis to neutral. So just a slight tip of the tailbone. It's like you're pointing it down toward the heels a little bit, right? But we're not taking that natural arch out of the spine. Now think about your hips and ribs. They want to draw together. Make that happen. Shoulders back. Shoulder blades down and in toward the spine. Turn your palms forward. Spread your fingers. Neck becomes long, the crown of the head toward the ceiling. Here we are in mountain pose. Now we have a lot of energy going on there, right? We're really connecting through the feet. See if you can release a little bit of that energy, but stay engaged. Feel stable, but relaxed. Close your eyes. Check in with your breath. Your body. And your mind. Now on your next inhale, take the arms high overhead. Interlace your fingers and then turn your palms up toward the ceiling, right? So we're kind of interlaced here, pressing the palms up. See if you can soften your shoulders a bit. Now, what's going on in your abdominals? Are you caving in and letting them go so that the back is punching? Engage them. Now bring your awareness to your pelvic floor. See if you can draw that in and up. And on your exhale breath, we're going to reach up and over to the right. Pressing those palms to the right. Lifting up and out through your rib cage. Beautiful. See if you can take your breath to the rib cage there on that side. Let those muscles pull apart a little bit. Little side bend. The next thing you want to think about is the connection of that left foot. Is it pulling out of the floor, or are you evenly pressing into that foot as much as you are into the right? Nice. Next, inhale, rise back up. Exhale, over to the left. Now you want to make sure that you're grounding down through that right foot as evenly as you are in the left. Beautiful. How's your breathing? Deep, even, smooth. Last breath. Nice. Return back to center. On your exhaled breath, let's fold down to a forward fold. Long, flat back. Beautiful. Arms come out to the sides. Release them down toward your feet. The block, a chair, whatever your prop is, press those sit bones up. Now remember, uncontrolled high blood pressure, you want to keep the head above the heart. So you're going to be at that halfway point, right, with the head over the heart. Always keep that in mind. If your blood pressure is controlled, it's usually okay to be here. Just releasing the belly toward the thighs. Now from here, we're going to move into a bit of a chair flow. So on the inhaled breath, we're going to press the sit bones back. Arms are going to come high. Exhale breath, draw in through the pelvic floor, press the sit bones up, drop the hands to forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, pull it all in, engage and fold. Nice. Continue to move through this on your own. Every inhale, we're lifting. Every exhale, folding. Keep that focus on the pelvic floor. Yes, you got it. This takes a lot of strength, a lot of core strength. We're rooting down through the feet. Nice. This is Uttanasana to Utkatasana. We're going to have a quiz later on, right? Exhaling, fold. All right, next inhale, we're going to hold our chair pose. So sit bones down and back. Arms can reach alongside your ears, or you can bring them to heart. Weight in the heels. Tuck your tail. Lift your gaze so your chest lifts. Hold it here, knees directing right out from the toes. You should be able to see and wiggle the toes. Hold it here. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Exhale, fold down. Take your forward fold. We're going to hold that here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. Give yourself a moment. Take a moment in mountain pose, in Tadasana, to just reconnect again. Chair is a really challenging pose, right? So just notice what you're feeling. Physically, emotionally, energetically. All right, so now I'm going to challenge you a little bit more. We're going to go back into the chair, but today we're going to take a chair twist. So what I want you to do is step your feet together to touch. That means the knees are going to be together to touch, correct? So we're going to take our chair pose, and then I'm going to show you the options before we get into it so you're not strained. So let me demonstrate quickly. So you're in your chair. Your options would be this. First option is taking one hand to the opposite leg, the other hand to the low back, okay? So you're up a little higher. Your second option is to twist and bring your elbow to the outside of that thigh. Your third option being flying the arms, straightening the arms, all right? So once you get in there, give them a try, see what variation fits your body, all right? So feet together, arms high. On the exhale, we're gonna hinge at the hip crease, long flat back. On the inhale, we're gonna send the sit bones back, arms come high, bring your hands to heart. So first check in, you can see and wiggle your toes. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Now we're gonna take the twist to the right. So on your exhale, twist right, either with your hand or your elbow. Plant the hand or elbow. Stack your forearms if you're on the elbow. Bring your hand to the low back if you're up higher. Hold it here. Then if you want to fly those arms, you're just going to straighten the bottom arm and straighten the top. All right, so that's only if you have the elbow to the thigh. Check in on that right knee. If you notice that it's pulling back, see if you can press it forward. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Come back to center. Inhale, press up, shake out the legs. Your legs should need it, right? Everybody's legs need a little shake. Yes, thumbs up. All right. That way I know that you're doing it right. If you're like, oh yeah, that was a piece of cake, I can keep going, then we know we're not engaged, right? So everybody looks good. All right. So now we have to do the other side. We have to do the left side. Step the feet together. Inhale your arms high. Exhale, fold. Nice. Now on the inhale comes the chair pose, so sit bones drop down and back, arms lift, hands can come to heart. Check on your toes, lift your gaze in your chest. Now let's take that twist to the left. So either the left hand to the thigh, right hand to back, or all the way around with the elbows stacked. Check in first on that left knee. If it's pulling back, press it forward to be even with the right. Then final expression, flying the arms, bringing those right fingertips toward the floor, left high. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Return back to center. Fold down. Inhale. Let's rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take a moment here. Bring your hands in prayer position. The base of your thumbs, rest them right beneath your sternum and between your ribs. That's your heart center. Take a few moments to see now if you can feel your breath travel from your belly up to that space beneath your thumbs. All right, let's blink our eyes open. All right, so now we're going to go through our sun salutation, sun A. So we're going to take that one movement, and we're going to hold the first time through just a couple of breaths. And then we'll do the other side, one movement, one breath. All right, so this is Sun A, hands to heart. Remember, if it doesn't feel good to be transitioning up and down to the floor, just work the breath standing. Here we go. Inhale, arms high. So let's hold this chest lift here. Round down evenly through your feet. How are those ankle bones? Are they drawing inward and toward the back wall and your knees are soft? Exhale, fold. Hinge at your hip crease. Long, flat back. Nice. Hang on to this forward fold using your block or your floor, the legs, wherever you're planting your hands. Breathing up through the back of the legs. Feel your inhale. Just lengthen the back of the legs and feel your exhale soften down the length of your spine. Next inhale, we're going to slide the hands halfway up the legs. That might be above your knee or below your knee, not against your knee, right? So now from here, we want to think about pressing into the hands to straighten the arms. Send my tailbone back, my crown forward. But notice your upper back here. Are those shoulders still drawing back? Are your shoulder blades drawing in toward the spine? See if you can activate that upper back even here. Nice. Now let's exhale, fold down. We're going to step back first with the right foot, then the left. Here I'm taking my plank pose, right? That can be knees up or down. Whatever variation I'm in, my wrists are under the shoulders, my fingers are spread. I'm pressing into my fingertips, knuckles, and palm and heel of my hand. I'm going to zip up my core, so hips to ribs, ribs to hips. So if your knees are lifted, your hips should be even with your shoulders. They shouldn't be up here. They shouldn't be down here. It should all be engaged, heels reaching back. Next exhale, we're going to rock forward, lower down to the stomach. Know that you can always drop to the knees first if you need to, or maybe you're already on the knees. Tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest. Just the chest. So notice the gaze is going to be right out in front of your mat. Hover your hands. Activate that upper back again. Drag those elbows as if you want to touch them toward your hips. Exhale, lower down. You can come back to child's pose or press up to downward dog. So either child's pose or send your sit bones high if you know down dog. Then on your next inhale, we're going to take a step up with the right foot. So if you're in downward dog, you can step right up, or you can drop to the knees. From tabletop, step up, right foot, then left. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, let it all out the mouth. Big inhale. Exhale. Out the mouth. Release that tension. Now we're going to go through the left side, one movement, one breath. Here we go. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left foot back. Then right. Exhale, rock forward, lower down. Inhale to take your baby cobra. We're not choosing yet, sorry. Hover those hands. Exhale, lower. Send your sit bones back or up. Downward dog or child's pose. Next inhale, we'll step up left foot from tabletop or down dog, then the other. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. Nice. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Stay grounded, stay connected. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right foot back, then left. Exhale, rock forward, lower down. This time on your inhale, choose your cobra, baby or full. Exhale, lower down. Take a child's pose or roll the toes under, send your sit bones up or press up to plank and then down dog. Next inhale, we're going to step up with the right foot, then your left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Big breath in. Let it go. Big breath in. And out. Nice. Last side. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left foot. Then right to plank. Exhale, rock forward, lower down. Inhale, choose your cobra. Exhale, lower. Send your sit bones back to child's pose, or for downward dog, roll your toes under. On the inhale, firm up. Exhale, push the floor away, plank to down dog. On the inhale breath, we're all going to step forward with the left foot from tabletop or down dog, and then the right. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful work. Close your eyes here, hands rested at heart or at your sides. This is your time again to rest and reset. Come back in to your center, to your space. Checking in with your body, your breath, your mind. Notice if you notice any changes in these areas. Maybe some areas physically, maybe you feel more energized. Maybe some areas might feel more open and some areas might feel more tight, right? Just notice. Even emotionally, how do you feel here? What's your state of mind? All right, let's blink the eyes open. So we're going to work a few standing postures here. So feet are hips width apart. Set posture. So you guys know this. We went through this right at the beginning, right? Hands can come to the hips. The first foot we're stepping back is going to be the left foot, so the right foot's in front. Now you can work this from a warrior one with the heel planted, or for more intensity, more strengthening and balance, you can pivot on that back foot. So the toes are pointed forward and the heel is lifted. All right, so that's making it a lunge. So let's do it together. We'll all step back left foot, position your foot, either heel down, toes pointing out, just to about, let's see, it would be your left foot, so that would be 10 o'clock. Sink your hips, stack your knee. Pull that right hip back, press the left hip forward. Now let's lift the arms. See if you can engage the pelvic floor, lengthen the spine, and lift the chest. We're going to hold it here. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Take your hands to your hips. Step up. Shake it out. You should probably need that shake out. So knee lifts, hip circles. You should be feeling something in that hip flexor, right? Balance, strength, lots of stuff going on. Other way. All right. Back to set position. So now the right foot's going to step back. Be sure you have your railroad track spacing, heel to the floor, toes angled slightly forward, Or roll onto the ball of the foot, those toes facing forward, heel lifts high. Come down into your hips a little bit, stacking that front knee. You can see the big toe. All right, now let's think about the tailbone pointing down. Zip up your core. Draw in through the pelvic floor. Lift the arms. Here we go. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Last breath. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Hands to hips. Push off. Step up. Take care of yourself. Shake it all out. All right. So far, so good? Thumbs up. All right. So now we're going to add more of a challenge here. So you really want to find that stability in your own body. The stability with the breath, the stability of the pose by grounding down, engaging the pelvic floor and pressing into those feet. So here we go again. Set position. All right, let's take a step back with the left foot. Railroad track spacing. Either that warrior one, bending the front knee, or pivot on your foot. Back toes are pointed forward, heel lifts. Lift your arms. So we've already been here. Now, on the exhale, we're going to reach the arms forward and lift the chest. Nice, nice and firm core. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, reach, open the chest. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. We're going to hold it here. Reach your fingers back. Staple your shoulder blades together. Firm belly, lift your chest. 5, 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Drop the hands. Step up. Shake it out. Couple of breaths here. Ease any tension. All right. Back to set posture. This time, right foot steps back. Make your adjustments. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Come onto the ball of the foot or plant that heel. All right, little tuck of the tail, little zip of the core. Draw that pelvic floor in and up, arms high. Here we go. Exhale, reach and lift. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward, lift. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward, lift. Inhale. Last one, we're going to hold. Exhale, reach forward, lift, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Take a step up. Shake it out. So far, so good? All right. So one more move we're going to add to this. Back to set posture. Take a step back, left foot. Come into your warrior one or crescent lunge. Exhale, chest lift. Now take your hands to your hips. We're going to push off the back foot and just see if you can find a little balance here. So we're going to start to work warrior 3. So you can either pendulum forward and drop the toes, forward, drop the toes, or you might be able to catch the hold. If you can catch the hold, stay here. Hips are square, chest is lifted. Maybe you can reach your arms back. So you're either working that pendulum up and down or finding the balance. Stay with your breathing, don't hold your breath. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Nice. Shake it out. All right, back to the top of the mat. Last side. Hands to hips. Take a step back, right foot. Lunge or warrior one. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, reach. So if you feel like you can, if you want to push off with your hands reaching behind, you can go there, or if you need them to the hip. We're going to push off and straighten. Now remember, you can work the pendulum, drop the toes, and hinge. You're hinging at the hip crease. Or you can try to find the hold. Either way, you're working balance. Remember to find your focal point. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Come up and shake it out. All right. So we can't do a practice for grounding and working that root chakra without bringing a tree into it. So we have to root our tree into the floor, right? So a little bit more balance. We're going to do actually 2 more balances. So if you do like the wall, you need a finger to the wall. Don't be afraid to move there. We're going to start first with the weight in the left foot. Outwardly rotate your right knee. So that means you're rotating the hip. Now think about that left hip. You don't want to press it out this way, right? We don't want to have that attitude. We want to pull it in and away from that opposite wall. All right. Now find your focal point, visual focal point, drishti. Lift your toes. Now if the balance is there, plant your foot inside the calf, inside your thigh, wherever it is for you. Just not against your knee, above or below the knee. Ground down, root down through your foot, that left foot. Zip your core. Maybe you can grow your branches. If you do have the foot against the leg, press them into one another. Press the foot into the leg into the foot. That's going to stabilize you more. Ground down through that foot. Feel that root. Stay with your breathing. And release. Nice. Shake it out. Everybody looks pretty steady. Must be very rooted today. All right. Let's ground down now through the right foot. Rotate through that left hip. Plant the heel above the ankle. So remember, you can just work that kickstand, lifting the toes and lowering them to work the balance. Now remember, no attitude, so we're pulling that right hip in. Zip your core, draw in through the pelvic floor. Lift your toes. Plant the foot if you can. Press the leg and foot into one another. And find your hands. You might want them at your hips. You might want them at the sides. Maybe you want to grow your branches. Maybe you want to bring that finger to the nose. Some people find that that helps with balance. And release. Beautiful. Shake it out. Take a big inhale. Exhale, fold. From here, we're going to come down to the knees, one knee, then the other. Take a child's pose of choice. Give yourself a little bit of recovery there. Rest and reset. Next exhale, roll up the spine. All right, we're going to come back onto our seats. So we're going to do 3 variations of a forward fold here. Rounding in. And then I'm going to add a little surprise sun salutation at the end. All right, so flex the toes. Press down through your sit bones. Lengthen the spine. You can either inhale the arms, let's all inhale the arms high. On the exhale, hinge. So this is where you might want to find the strap again. Or maybe you're holding on to the legs. Come as far as you can go with that long, flat back, then soften your spine. Hold. Next inhale, firm it up. We're going to rise all the way back up. Beautiful. Release the hands, place them right behind you. Fingers, if they can, point toward the hips. If not, it doesn't really matter. Walk your feet in, nice and close. Press through your elbows, lift the hips. Just a little stretch here, taking this up, recovering from that forward fold. And now that I'm looking at the time, we might not have time to do our sun salutation. So I may have lied. We're not going to do that, I don't think. All right, so now we're going to take another variation of the forward fold. Bring the soles of your feet together. Bring them in as close as you can. And you can hold on around your ankles, your toes, wherever it is for you. And we're just going to work almost a butterfly, right? That's what Baddha-Konasana is. So we're going to open the knees wide and just let them float up. Press them open as best you can. Ground through the sit bones. Draw up through the pelvic floor. And let them float. Open and close. Open and close. This time on the open, we're going to hold it here. So press down, lengthen. Now, this might be enough for you. If you feel like you could go a little deeper, you can grab a hold of your feet and almost like you're peeling them apart, trying to turn the soles of your feet up toward the ceiling, right? You're rotating them outward. Nice. And then hold it there. So either the feet together, wherever it is for you, doesn't matter. Remember, you don't have to do every variation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the soles together. Press the balls of the feet, the toes into one another, the big toe mounds, and hinge forward. You're walking the hands forward, long, flat back. Any amount here. Find your edge and soften your head. Walk the hands back. Nice. Let's take that reverse table again. So hands behind, knees bent. Inhale, press up, lift the hips. Give them a little stretch. Your butt might come off the floor, it might not, doesn't matter. And then lower down. Now let's open the legs wide. Now we're going to clean the floor. So if you have your pad handy or your little vacuum, you can use it. We're going to scoot over toward the left, reach forward to the right and up. Nice wide legs, knees pointing up toward the ceiling. Toes can be flexed here. Really reach out as far as you can in every direction. Now let's take it the other way. Last one. This time when you're out in front, we're going to find that forward fold. So let your hands be where they are. See if you can continue to walk forward, long flat back. Find your edge as far forward as you can, and then soften your head. and rise. Nice. Let's take a seated, comfortable pose, cross-legged if you can. You can even do this on a chair or on your couch if you want to. We're going to do a complete breath. It's called a 4x4x4. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold and pause at the top of that inhale, holding your breath for a count of 4, then exhale a count of 4, and then hold at the bottom of that exhale for a count of 4. We'll do 3 together, and then I'll have you do one final one on your own. After we do that, you can just come onto your backs, take whatever final pose you need, and go into your final relaxation pose. Okay, so if you need a twist or whatever it is that you need afterwards, all right? So whatever comfortable position you're in, roll your shoulders, draw the shoulder blades or shoulders back, shoulder blades down and in. Ground down through your sit bones, pull in through that pelvic floor, get nice and long in your spine. Take a couple of resting breaths. All right, now, next inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do your last round on your own, and then take whatever pose you need before relaxation. Once you get into your relaxation pose, take whatever time you need to make adjustments to it, lying on your back, legs and feet a moderate distance apart, feet just fall outward, arms are at your sides, palms turned upward, about a foot or so away from your body, little tuck to your chin to bring some length to the back of your neck, and then just tuck one shoulder blade and then the other beneath you. And take a moment just to settle in. You can close your eyes. Let your body begin to rest. Feeling the stability of this pose because of those contact points of the back side of your body on the floor. Maybe notice the shadows and spaces beneath you. Become aware of the space above you and your presence in that space between the mat and the ceiling. Feel the soft touch of air on your skin, warm or cool. Begin to feel as though you're floating in this space. Your body's still, time is still, and your mind begins to still. As your mind becomes more still, it begins to draw its awareness from those outward sensations inward, making you the passive observer of your own breath. Each nourishing inhale as your belly gently rises, and each cleansing exhale as your belly slowly falls. With time, each breath becomes a bit deeper, more even and smooth. An unbroken stream that flows without sound, without pause. Exhale to inhale. Inhale to exhale again and again. Carry that breath as you travel to the crown of your head and rest there. We'll begin to travel downward through the body, using our breath to soften any tension that we're holding. Breathing in relaxation and breathing out tension. Begin downward at your forehead, the sides of your head, your ears, your temples, eyes, and eyebrows. Soften your nose. And for just a moment, explore the movement of the breath at the base of your nostrils, the warmth of every exhale, the coolness of every inhale. Soften downward through the muscles of your lower face, releasing any tension from your jaw, your mouth, your cheeks and chin. Relax the muscles of your neck from the top to the bottom. Feel your throat soften. Feel the muscles let go across your shoulders and feel your bones become heavy and sink into the mat. Relax from the top of your arms to your wrists and feel your hands become soft and limp as the tension flows out of your fingertips. Relax the muscles of your upper chest and relax downward across your ribs and soften your abdomen. Soften the muscles of your upper back and relax downward through the length of your spine. Feel the muscles of your middle and low back begin to let go as your body, your upper body, sinks deeper and deeper into relaxation. Breathe in relaxation and breathe out tension. Continue downward across your hips. Feel your thigh bones become heavier and heavier as your thigh muscles surrender their hold. Relax across your knees, your shins, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. Allow your whole body to relax from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. And allow any last bits of tension, however slight, to flow outward through the soles of your feet. You're now as relaxed as you want to be. Enjoy this feeling of total relaxation in your body for a few moments more. Notice your breathing. Your soft muscles. And your calm, still mind. Peace. 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 Now, as you prepare your body to reawaken, that is if you're ready, you can bring some movement to your fingers and toes, your head and neck. Then gently rub the palms of your hands together and place the warmed hands over your eyes. Then open your eyes to the warmth and energy of your own hands. Excuse me. And then slowly draw your hands down to let in the remaining light. Take a moment to massage your temples and forehead, or maybe you'd rather move into a stretch, or you might like to hug the knees in, whatever feels natural in your own body. And then finally, before rising to your seat, take a moment to roll to the right side. And we'll give our heart one brief rest before we move on in our day. Feel the weight of your body melt away from your heart. Any emotions, any stress, just melt away, giving your heart a moment to feel light. Then when you feel ready to return to your seat, just take a moment to rise slowly and carefully. Taking a seated pose and just giving thanks to our bodies for moving us through these poses, for allowing us to be still. And then a moment to acknowledge the positive energy that each one of us has brought into this virtual space today. And together, we say namaste. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.